Check it back, check it back. Lady.
First carry for James Conner. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold eluding the pressure right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me. Switch, switch, switch. Check, check, check.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, check my 50.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Let's go. 50's the money. 50's the money. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Kill, kill, kill. The lady. The lady. Check 49. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 8. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. They were looking for Johnson that time. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's caught by OBJ. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Lunch 59. Lunch 59. All day, dog. Check 13. Check 13. The red 80. Check 24. Check the red 80.
To throw is Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
At the 50-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Shoot, shoot. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff looking right. He takes this for 3 to the 29. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check out read. Undercut. Hey, lady. Slip. Hey, lady. Watch safety creep. Watch safety touch.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now it's Darnold, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Darnold for the red zone now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Check three. Watch the ship. Hey, lady. Watch the ship.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold going for it all. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington as the first half is winding down as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man is Robbie Anderson. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Hey, watch the slant.
They're going to look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. He finds Beckham complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. It's Parker. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
He's brought down by Ryan Shazier. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. He's going to launch this thing way down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Smooth. 51's the mic. I'm coming. Go, Mike. Man, 80.
On first down, Darnold going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Browns' drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 5. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 3. He gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd down.
On the ready. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you
They run again on first down, Chubb. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
51, Mike. Mike 51. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Lady. It's on field. Hey, it's on out.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grover Stewart never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
Brings up 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They run. Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for
Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Now watch one. Shift. Already. Check play ball.
Here's Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
The defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Back. Young lady.
Now Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Third and long, it's Darnold. Washington's got it. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Back to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
At the Steelers' 9-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll set up a throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Watch the screen. Set up. Mine's 50, mine's 50. Hut. Put up. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. You must set go. Time to see a lead. Hut, go. Hey, 50. 50's the mic. Hut. Ready? What? No. 50. 6-man. Go.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. Seibert's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So quickly, all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Whip. The ladies. Check. 6 guys. Check 6.
To throw is Darnold. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Joker. Man, 80. Kill. 51's the mic. That's red 80. Let's put that heat up.
Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this will be caught at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, let's go. Dan, red 80. Sponge. Red 80. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
On first down, it's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
51, Mike 51. Red 80. Check 52. Switch. Red 80.
Second down and 10, Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Washington, incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Darnold to throw again. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers first down.
51. I got him. Motion. The mic, boy. 51. Go, lady. Check the backer. Check, lady. Rush it.
Darnold from the red zone now. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Watch the run. 51's the mic.
One last throw down for Darnold. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.